In this video, I'm going to share with you a template that'll help you design quality YouTube videos. Hey, it's Mike with more tips and tutorials to help you create great video for your YouTube channel, your video marketing, or online courses. Thank you so much for being here. You know, if you ask any YouTube expert, they'll tell you that consistency and quality are the main ingredients for success on YouTube. Now, consistency is a straightforward concept to understand, but what about quality? What exactly makes a quality YouTube video? Well, in my experience, quality begins with design, how you formulate, structure, and write your video content. So what I'm going to do in this video is step through a template that'll help you formulate, structure, and design a quality video for YouTube. And not just for YouTube. I think this template will help you create any type of information video. The first step in designing a quality YouTube video is to define the value in your video. Value. You hear this term tossed around quite a bit. What exactly does that mean? Well, ask yourself, what will the viewer get out of my video? What skill will they learn? What story will entertain them? What gameplay will excite them? What issue will they be informed about? What ideas will inspire them? What concepts or principles will motivate them? What thoughts and anecdotes will comfort or support them? What useful knowledge, skill, or experience will the viewer walk away with? Defining the value in your video is crucial before you start creating it because it's the foundation or the nucleus of the video. Once you've defined the value in your video, you're going to need to flesh it out. Put some meat on the bones, so to speak. And that's going to require research. So, for example, if you're teaching a process, what are the steps involved? How do you perform them? What materials or tools are required? If you're doing a review, what features will you be looking at and how do those features work? If you're doing news, commentary, or opinion, what sources are you going to use and how do you make sure the information is valid? Doing research uncovers the information or raw materials that make up the actual content in your video. Now that we have our information, our raw materials, we can go ahead and structure our video for YouTube. Whether you script your videos, work from talking points, or just talk off the top of your head, a quality YouTube video follows a particular structure that maximizes watch time, something the YouTube algorithm likes. Now, the structure I'm going to show you may change in the future, depending on how the YouTube algorithm and user behavior change. But for now, this is how it goes. The structure of a YouTube video consists of 7 elements. The first element is your title and thumbnail. Your title and thumbnail sell the value in your video. They also sell the look and feel of your brand, the kind of experience the viewer can expect. So think about what you want that experience to be, and take all the time you need to craft a compelling and clickable title and thumbnail. When the viewer clicks on your title or thumbnail, they'll be brought to the next element in our YouTube video structure, the cold open. This is you talking straight to camera, briefly but enthusiastically describing the value in your video, what the viewer is going to get out of it, the takeaway. No long-winded introductions, just tell them what they're going to get. After the cold open, the next element in the template is optional in my opinion, and that's the branded opening, a combination of animation and music to introduce your video. Next, we have your introduction. This is where you tell the viewer who you are and what you're about. Now, having a succinct tagline is really useful here because it helps the viewer encapsulate who you are and the value you bring to the experience. Now, at this point, we could just jump into delivering the value, but it helps to do a setup to help the viewer understand what's coming up next. In your setup, you want to give the viewer context for the information you're about to give them. You want to help the viewer transition from what they already know to the new information in your video. The setup is also where you briefly explain the significance of what you're about to share with the viewer. In other words, why they should care about what you're about to tell them. That motivates them to keep watching. Finally, it's time to deliver the value. This is where you teach, inform, entertain, motivate, inspire, comfort, or support. Structure is the key to success when delivering information. If you're teaching a process, you're using a sequential structure. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3, and so on. If you're vlogging, you might use a chronological structure. This happened, then this happened, then this happened, and so on. If you're covering an event, you might use a spatial or location-based structure. Show what's happening here, then show what's happening over there, then show what's happening over there, and so on. If you're entertaining your viewer with a story, you're using the classic beginning, middle, and end, or setup, climax, resolution. If you are doing news, opinion, or commentary, well then you're using the good old who, what, where, when, why, and how. As you're laying out your content, always be thinking visually. Think about how you're going to show your information. Finally, we come to the closing of your video. The key element of a quality YouTube video closing is the call to action. This is where you ask the viewer to do something. A strategic call to action can grow your YouTube channel, your business, or both. If you're trying to grow on YouTube, latest best practice is to direct the viewer to watch more of your videos. Ask them to subscribe. Leave a comment. This will increase your watch time and engagement, two things the YouTube algorithm likes. If you're building your email list, you might direct the viewer to a sign-up form on your website. If you're a business, you might direct the viewer to a landing page with a special offer. The goal of the call to action is to continue your relationship with the viewer. But a great call to action is useless if the viewer never sees it. So when you start your closing, try not to signal to the viewer that you're done delivering value, or they're liable to just leave your video before you get to the call to action. Avoid saying things like, well, that's it for this video. Well, that's it for this video. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you found value in it. Keep delivering value right up until the last 10 seconds of your video, at which point you can thank the viewer for their time and attention and say a quick goodbye. Once you've designed your YouTube video, it's time to actually make it. And to learn to do that, check out these other videos on my channel. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell icon so you don't miss a thing. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.